Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I had a proper live stream or, anything. So I wanted to bring people back, tell everyone that I'm still okay. And yeah, we have a few guests here. So it's not going to be like a big thing of debunking or craziness. We're just going to randomly hang out, have a little chat, and have a laugh. So, firstly, the person who makes all this happen, because of my go powered internet being too slow, Taddy, how are you, sir?
Hello. I am doing very well, thank you very much, Lee. This fine and, believe it or not, unseasonably for Scotland, sunny Sunday today, man. Wow. There's actually a fireball in the sky. As we speak, there are children running about the street in distress at the sight of such an unusual thing.
Nice. Yeah, we're overcast. And last night it was the first night that it was calm enough and not cloudy, so I could actually get to see new eyes. So I'm very excited about that. Um, Steaming Cup of Reason is here, the man behind my avatar. How are you?
I am good. How are you, Keela?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Thank you.
Awesome.
You have something special coming up tonight on the iNetwork.
Yes, I do. 10:15 p.m. UTC is the Pain of Progress episode 9. It's going to be an
Yay!
interesting one. Took a bit of research to find enough to make the connections for the premise of the show, but yeah, I managed to do it. Turned out well.
Awesome. I love The Pain of Progress. Guys, if you haven't checked out The Pain of Progress, where the hell have you been? Go check out the iNetwork and have a look at it because, I mean, that is the BBC should be envious of that series. Um, but yeah, alongside us as well, we have Conspiracy Cats. How are you, sir?
Hello. Yeah, great. How are you guys doing?
All good, and you've remembered to unmute.
Got it right this time. I must say, I did like that that introduction. Space Commerce growing, isn't he?
He is. So is Kepler. The baby running down the hill is Kepler. But yeah, we had to have the debunked duo in my intro, and thank you again to Taddy for making that. But yeah, very exciting. How are you? You had a little thing yesterday, didn't you? Yesterday
On
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 Radical.
on Radical's channel, yeah, a little bit of a chat with Marvel Girl. It was nice. Quite enjoyed it. I think it was meant to be a bit of a roast, but I can't be mean to Marvel Girl. So it was nice, good little chat. But he makes me laugh, does Radical. He's got a great chat. He's got a great sense of humour. The way he speaks, and phrases things is brilliant. So yeah, definitely, we're good fun.
Yeah, I saw the roast originally on for Marvel Girl's birthday, wasn't it?
Oh, that one, yeah, that was.
And you were quite extreme there. Little bits.
Well, I tried to be yesterday. I did prepare a roast yesterday, but it was about 3 minutes long, just like it was for Marvel Girl's birthday. And then after the first 3 minutes of a 2-hour stream, I didn't have anything else to say. So it was, yeah. I think I shot my load a bit too early. I think. Fun
Jeez.
though.
Ah, it is. I'm a bit too nice for my own good as well. I don't think I could roast anyone because I mean, Radical does those for like an hour or 2 hours. How the hell do you continue just slagging someone off? Although I will say the one between Mr. Sensible and
Oh, creaky.
Creaky Blinder, that was pretty cool.
Well, I just listened to that today to see how they done it, and they were great. They pulled it off for the full 2 hours, didn't they? Just back and forth. Really, yeah, that was good. Kind of put me to shame a little bit. So hopefully I can get back on and make things right.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I hate to say it, but Marvel Girl kind of won.
Sucks, doesn't it? So, and I even voted for. Well, to be fair, just before I left, I voted for myself about 10 times. I did tip myself over the edge. So, if we're going to get technical about it, I won. But morally, Marvel Girl won, definitely. It was fun.
What have you got coming up?
Don't know. I'm going to start making a video tomorrow, and I think we talk on the Sarcastic Bomb and Stream about maybe doing a Karen type video.
Yes. And you have to do the assumptions one as well. You're way behind on that one.
Yeah, I am. Well, I'm starting on another one tomorrow for the Baldy Cats channel. In fact, I've got 2 coming out on the Baldy Cats channel next week, but I'm not quite sure what they're both going to be. So, but it's not had a video all month, so I'm going to see if I can get a couple out quickly. What about yourself? You got anything? Obviously today, but
Yeah, today has been I just wanted to say hello to people and I missed you guys. But I am working on the next challenging conspiracy. Actually, I have the next 6 lined up. So it's just a matter of doing them. So this one is the one that I'm working on at the moment is on the lack of models and the absolute incessant fixation on models. So Professor Phil Bell is going to come in with me on that. So that's going to be awesome. And then the one after that is looking at pseudoscience with Tony Purcell, PhD Tony, who is in the chat and has to go for sleep.
big fan of PhD Tony. Big fan of his. Definitely, brilliant guy.
He really doesn't hold back, doesn't he not?
He does, but the thing is, when you know your stuff as well as he does, I think that's quite right, because he genuinely out of everybody in the community is a real authority, isn't he? Him and Professor Phil Bell are real authorities on what they're talking about. So I think their voice does need to be heard a little bit louder than everybody else's.
Yeah, Irish Demon says PhD Tony is a boss. He really is. It's amazing listening to him, and one of the things that I love about this community is getting to meet people that I would never have the opportunity to meet, and get their information and get their knowledge. It's great.
It's the World Wide Web. It's amazing, isn't it? People in America, Australia, just chatting and getting to know each other. As people, it's fantastic. It's what science can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just looking there. Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat a little bit. Yeah. Plot hole. We have some things to talk about. We definitely have some things to talk about. I was meant to call him last night, but I was too tired. Plot hole, if you haven't realized, cats, Plot hole put out a thing on his channel, a video of us on his channel, from this guy who calls himself Bob. And Bob allegedly has a recording of me and Irish Demon, and I've spoken to Irish Demon on live streams, but I've never spoken to him privately. And apparently he has a phone call between me and him talking about being agents or some shit. So yeah, me and you have to talk, Plahole. We have to talk.
Wow. Secret agents.
Yeah,
National. It always makes me laugh when that card gets played.
yeah, we're NASA shells. And I see Amy in the chat. Amy Hogan is like the blood behind the iNetwork. She is every single thing that we need to run. Her and Dick Dawson are incredible. So hi, Amy. We love you. And I don't know if people were watching the live stream last night for the shills, but Matthew was in it, and he's actually changed his name now to Super Chat Matt. So that was cool. And Amy, feel free to come in if you want to. We miss you. We missed you last night. It's a Microraptor says it's a feline conspiracy. Is
I have
there
to
any
say,
feline
Keela, I've got to pull you up in one thing. You said you forgot to call the plot hole last night. I remember you calling him something last night, but you didn't forget to call him at all.
Actually, I was impersonating Matt because I was on Super Chats last night, and the last
that
time,
just reminded me.
the last time Matt was on and the plot hole did a super chat, Matt called him the butthole. So hello, butthole. Yeah, I have to.
That was
But
funny.
I'm trying to be nice today. I'm trying to be nice. I know it doesn't happen often. Yeah, and Tony actually has a video out today, so people should check that out.
Well, PhD Tony does.
Yep.
Right. Well, let me tweet that out while we are. I'm going to put myself on mute and I'm going to tweet that out.
Yay. An agent for what catalog? I've no idea. I've no idea. We don't really do catalogs over here. I know people have catalogs, especially in the States. They get catalogs and they order stuff from catalogs. We don't do that over here. I think because
Oh,
we're too
that's
small.
a very American or North American kind of thing.
Jim's mind says I got busted. Hmm.
Oh, well, look who showed up. Hey, Irish, how you doing, man?
Speak of the devil and the devil
You're
arrived.
muted.
With a
You're
demon.
muted.
You are muted. Unmute. Unmute. You can do it. There you go.
Alrighty, I'm back. I was trying to figure out if I muted my headphones, my microphone, or my computer, but we got there. We got there in the end. How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing good. How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm great. Just had a really interesting stream with the other three of the four beardsmen of the apocalypse, Johnny O from the Plot Hole, JL Warren from the Week in Horror, and PhD Tony. We had a really great chat over there. So that was really interesting, really fun.
Hang on.
How's
The
everybody
plot,
doing?
the plot hole just said, I won't chat with him live. Plot hole, you have a feckin' link to this, so get your ass in here.
Ooh.
Bring it, bitch.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Yeah, I did. I saw the video last night. Yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure. That whoever did your voice did a really good job.
Did a
Just
very
saying.
good job, although it's not that
Very
hard.
good job.
I have a very
Yeah.
generic voice for an Irish girl, like.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Yeah. Just getting the
Not
accent right.
special.
That's
Not
it.
special at all.
PhD Tony's off to bed. Good night, PhD Tony. It was great
Aw,
chatting to
hi,
you tonight,
Tony.
mate.
Hey, Tony.
Right, Tony.
I completely agree with what Conspiracy Cat said there. That people like Tony and Professor Phil Bell and a few others, but those two come to my mind straight away. Their level of knowledge and the fact that they need to be heard is undeniable. They're awesome, two really incredible people, and can explain it in really simple terms, which helps. I think a lot. It definitely helps me anyway.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, they're awesome.
The plot hole is saying he doesn't. Plot hole, you have a link to this stream in your Discord, and I promise if you come on, I'll be nice and we won't talk about the project that you're doing and the bullshit.
We have to
that we're
mention it a bit.
We do.
And I promise I'll not talk about the project because I don't know fuck all about it. I'll not be nice.
Neither do I. That's the point.
It took everybody by surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't figure out if I don't know
He
if you guys.
definitely has some stuff to.
Oh, he's here, Johnny O.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing, man?
You're probably
Hey,
muted.
Johnny.
Johnny O.
He's muted. Control D.
Oh, that's
He's
NASA.
staying quiet. He's staying
NASA
quiet.
are muting him. NASA are muting him.
Yeah, NASA doesn't want him to talk.
Illuminati confirmed.
It helps if you actually unmute yourself.
Yep.
Well,
There we
that
go.
would work, didn't it?
That makes two of us. We both did that. I just
Well,
did that
I'm
too.
not used to Google Hangouts. I forget you have to unmute yourself on Google Hangouts and with your actual equipment. So
There you go.
Yeah, apparently Jim's mind is like, I bet NASA is pissed. I don't know. I don't know if NASA has seen your video, plot hole.
no, they didn't want me to put it out, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Mm.
I did say I won't really ask about it, but yeah, that was not me. That was absolutely not me.
All I will say about that is every video was independently verified.
Mm.
I question that, but okay.
Yeah, me too.
Muting is not my problem from Peter Quinn. Yeah, I don't mute very well either. I like to talk.
Oh,
Yes, you
God, a
do.
shiver.
Steaming Cup. I've got a question that I wouldn't mind asking you
Yes.
about. How are the schools over where you are preparing for going back with with the whole COVID situation?
Well, after about a 2.5 month lockdown, we went back and we took basically 3 months of the remainder of the year. We compressed it down to 10 weeks. And we just finished that on the 15th of July, and we're on summer holiday now. But everything is coming back into full swing.
But what were the logistics of getting the kids in and obeying social distancing? Like, how did you have to change, the routines of the kids?
Well, the kids were required to distance, like we separated their desks a little bit, but generally not too much because they are young kids and we don't want to distance them too much because they need that interaction with their classmates. But the teachers, we had some strict rules to follow. We had to wear masks at all times. We couldn't really go do individual assistance with a student, like hanging over their desk, correcting their paper. We had to distance ourselves from that. But that's let up now.
Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you from us, our schools go back in September and they have done sweet FA to prepare for COVID. They've done nothing. The class sizes are still over the 35 mark. There's no new teachers being hired. So we still have the embargo. They're doing absolutely nothing, except for they're saying they'll spread the desks out a little bit more. But most schools in this country are so bloody small that you can't spread the desks out anymore because the classes are too small.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
We
Yeah.
have
I
the
went
same
to a
problem
school.
now.
I think there was 20 people in my whole school in the same classroom, and the classroom was tiny. There's no way that would
Oh,
work.
look, it's the fake Nathan Thompson.
Yay!
Even the real Nathan Thompson is a fake Nathan Thompson.
Nathan Thompson, bring me in, losers. Message me on Discord. Message me on Discord and you can come in and we'll slag the shit out of you. I don't mind.
What do you
I
really
know
want
it's
the
not
fake
the real
Nathan
Natalie,
Thompson?
but sure, fuck it.
All right,
Is it a fake Nathan Thompson?
We'll beat up on the fake Nathan Thompson.
Yes. We'll be up on the
What
fake
if-
one. Actually,
What-
someone sent me a video. I was talking to the Aussies this morning. Gotta love the Aussies. No, Irish demon, you don't count. You're living in
I
Australia.
know,
but you're not an Aussie. So, I was speaking to the Aussies on the Aussie perspective while they weren't live, and someone sent me the video of Nathan Thompson and him banging on the door to his
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend with the 2-year-old in the bedroom, and I was fucking horrified.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
was
did a video about that
absolutely
about
horrified.
over a month ago. It was horrible. It was just like banging the door down. Like I worked for about 8 months as the chief officer in the domestic violence courts. And this is the stuff, this is just every single day, this exact same stuff comes up. And it all starts with this kind of thing and gets worse and worse and worse from there. So yeah, I was absolutely horrified by that video. I couldn't believe it. It just kept going on and on. It was awful, absolutely awful.
Yeah, it just it's not what happened for some people that haven't seen it, and it broke my heart because towards the end of the video, the 2-year-old is awake, and she's
Yeah.
saying, say sorry to mammy, say
Yeah.
sorry to mammy, and that just broke my heart because it actually
awful.
reminds me of my own upbringing, and my dad was abusive, and he'd come up and he'd be drunk and he'd be banging down the door, and just actually really reminded me of that, and no child should have to go through that.
Yeah, absolutely right. It was horrifying. Horrifying.
But yeah, if as if my my opinion of him couldn't get any worse, then I seen that video.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like that
it's
was
bad.
shocking.
So Nathan Thompson is a giant steaming pile of shit.
Even
Yep.
more so than
Also-
we thought.
Well, I mean, when you look at the way he took advantage of, or I don't want to say abused the elderly gentleman at that Flat Earth conference, but the way he attacked him, and he wouldn't
Yeah.
do it unless he had his boys with him, like his bouncer behind him. which
Oh yeah,
right there just shows me he's a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
I'd
he
love to see
really
him
is.
talk to me like that. I would welcome it. I
Yeah,
really would.
come over and try and harass me when I'm drinking a cup of
Yeah,
coffee or
fucking A.
something. Yeah, watch
Amen.
what happens.
Absolutely.
Sorry, from the absolute worst to the absolute best, Professor Phil Bell is in the chat. Hello to you,
Legend.
sir.
Hello,
Um,
Mr. Sir.
if you haven't seen it, he did a thing on Schrodinger's
Party?
cat channel.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
Schrodinger's cat channel yesterday. So if you want to check that stream out, because it's pretty damn good.
God, it's amazing. He did one last month about wave particle duality of light, all of that kind of stuff. Really, really interesting stuff. He's, as we were saying earlier, just a credit to the community.
I must apologize to Ugly German Truths. He makes a fair point.
do not put metabolic refuse and put away. Absolutely.
I will
Oh, man.
apologize to all steaming piles of shit.
It's the prime example of the term. There are no words. Like there are literally no words that describe it. That whole individual. Ugh.
Like I don't like
Yeah.
talking about him and I don't like giving him publicity, but my God, when I seen that, it just broke my heart. Like
Yeah, that
I've
awful.
never respected that man at all because there is nothing there to respect. But when you put a 2-year-old in that situation, all because her mother needs time to just chill, like no.
Mm.
No, and what's more is at the end of it, right at the very end, she's saying, I deserve better, my kids deserve better.
Yeah, that's right.
All of a sudden he comes out with, well, text some of your friends that you deserve better and then delete it and you'll feel better. The
It
fuck?
was so controlling and fucking. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it when I saw that. I was like, and then some of the comments in some of the videos that were out before mine. I think somebody did comment on mine, and when I responded, they deleted it. But they were like, "Oh, but you don't know what happened before that. You don't know what she did." And I'm like, "That's
I don't
irrelevant.
care. Yeah.
She's on her own in a room with her 2-year-old child. It doesn't matter what she may or may not have done before that. No woman or child deserves that under any circumstances. The best thing he could do is walk away. I've seen it a million times play out in court, and 99.9% of the time, the very best option you have is to turn around and walk away. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, just walk away.
So let's
And he
flesh that
can't
out
do
for
that.
a second. If you're talking about, let's say that she did do something to him, right? Let's say she
Yep.
punched him in the face or took all of his money or whatever. They were in a fight. Who cares, right? Let's say something did happen. At that point in time, whenever he was beating on her door, they were separated. So that altercation, whatever happened beforehand, was over and done with.
Over. I agree.
So his beating on her door to try and get in to brush his teeth or whatever the fuck it is he was trying to do. I apologize for cursing in your stream, Crafty.
Oh,
But
go
whatever it
ahead.
is, he was, whatever happened before that incident is irrelevant. Now he has become the aggressor. He is the one who's in the wrong, and he needed to. I mean, he just turned around and walk away.
Yep.
Yeah, when it
Couldn't
comes to
agree more.
cursing, when it comes to cursing on this stream, like I curse more than anyone, except
The
for
fuck you
probably
do.
Monk, which
I
needs to
fucking
get
challenge you that.
in here. Well,
I
I'm in good.
fucking me and
It-
Jump Monk, I think we could fucking take you any day.
I don't know who it was. I think it was you, Demon. Actually, there was
Probably.
someone. There was someone on. No, there was someone on a meets with cats, and said, "I didn't realize how much he curses."
I don't think it was me. I remember I did watch some oh fuck it. I can't remember whose stream it was who was talking about some people in the community, how we do tend to get cleaner. Like my videos have definitely gotten cleaner. I don't swear as much as I used to. Cause my mom watches my videos and she's like, "Can you please stop swearing so much?" And I'm not going to turn my mom down. So I was like, okay, I'll cut out the fucking swearing. But yeah, I was surprised by certain people in the community who shall remain nameless who used to swear in really old videos. I'm like, I can totally relate to that. Definitely.
Critical Crystal says, "Tell her to shut off." My mom knows I curse. She I think, well, my sister has watched because the last little while we on the iNetwork we've had
Uh-oh.
autism show, which
Oh,
is
there we go.
incredible. And my nephew. Oh, am I still going? What?
No,
Yeah,
you're
you're
cool.
good. You're
You're
good.
cool.
Yeah, okay. My nephew is being diagnosed at the moment with, well, he's going through the process of being diagnosed with autism. And we've only had to wait like 8.5 years. But the autism show started up. I've gotten my sister to watch that. And so she's been watching some of the others, like the Silly Shills, and she started to watch one or two of my videos, especially the live streams. She's like, you have to stop fucking cursing. My mom knows how much I curse because I curse that much to her on the phone.
Yeah, I kind of got it from my mom, actually. My dad doesn't swear at all, really. But yeah, my mom rang me after a live stream the other day and she was like, do you have to fucking swear so much? I'm like, do you not see the irony in what you just said? But yeah, so I promised her I wouldn't like the C word. When you live in Australia, that becomes second nature because everything is that word. And I forgot that when I
Okay.
went home. And you know, my parent. Oh, and yeah, maybe where you're from too, Taddy. But when I came home and you know, I said it a few times because I was just used to saying it. And then my mom was like, "Your aunties were horrified." I was like, "Oh, whoops." Oh well.
I spent 3 years in the Canadian military, and I tell you, we had a base chaplain. He was Irish, and he can make any soldier blush the amount he cursed.
I'm not surprised.
So King Cruz says I should apologize to you. I don't know if that. I'm gonna refrain from. I'm gonna refrain from that right this very minute. I think Crafty might
Yeah.
be needing to apologize to me, but we'll just leave it at that.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. And speaking of which, agree to disagree.
Yeah, this is
on-
not Conspiracy Cats channel.
yeah. Agree to disagree. If you haven't checked it out, is the debating channel with Conspiracy Cats. But I know he's going to have to go back to doing a bit of work now in a minute.
Sorry, we're doing a lot of decorating, and if I don't get the first coat of paint finished today, then I can't put the second one on tonight, which I need to do because I've got people coming tomorrow. So I would love to stay and chat, and I'm going to carry on listening, but I'm going to have to pick up a paintbrush now and get working. So thanks for having us on, and apologies for having to duck out so early.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
No worries, Kat.
I don't know if you can see the set there, Cats, but you're kind of Taddy's made it so you're playing with blue marble science.
Hey, yeah, you know
And,
what? I did look at that and I thought that's a different globe. I wonder if they've done. That makes perfect sense now. Awesome. Yeah, like it.
Because I'm hoping Blue will be joining us soon. But yeah.
And
All right, well,
Cats, before you
yes,
before you go, do me a favor and check out my series Pain of Progress. I'd like some feedback from a fellow teacher on what you think.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
I'll
I'll do
send you. I'll
that.
send you the link. I'll send you the link, Cats. But it's absolutely amazing. You
Right.
should actually check it out. And I hope now that Jeff has started the Mega Mirror back up that we might see you on there sometime soon.
Yeah. We'll make that happen.
Awesome.
'Cause that'd be cool.
Right. Well, thank you for having us on again. I'm really sorry I've got a duck, but I'll be listening as I'm working away. I'll catch you all later.
All right.
Take
All
care.
right, catch you on the line.
Bye.
I've got a bunk soon too. It's past my bedtime.
You have
It's
a
getting
bed.
close to mine too. But I'll hang around a bit more.
I got to
This is
stick up
the
a
middle
video
of the
for you
fall.
guys later. I've got a video from today. Just a few people were asking about my drone videos and stuff, so I'm going to stick one up on my channel later. Just from our trip today out to the waterfalls and driving around in the bush. Really, really nice place to go. So just to get a break from the whole flurf stuff and whatever.
Cool.
And seeing as how Crafty's mentioned the Mega Mirror, I want everybody out there to know that this Friday, our good friend the Irish Demon's going to be on. So check it out.
Absolutely. Can't wait. And I think because we live on a globe and we have different time zones, I think it's actually going to be my birthday or maybe
Ooh.
just before my birthday. I'll figure it out. I'll look at my clocks later and figure out. I had to get
We'll have
help
to
earlier
chat.
trying to figure out our stream, but so it's my birthday next Saturday. So
We'll talk about that in the background before the show.
Sounds good. Absolutely. Anyway, so yeah, I'll probably bunk out. I'm exhausted. I've had a long day. But yeah, I look forward to what's coming up, and hopefully Crafty and a few of you other folks, all of you, any of you that want to come on, we have got the 24-hour live stream coming up next week. And so it's going to be myself, Johnny O, PhD Tony, and JL Warren. And it'll be over on my channel for this one, and then we might move it around or see how we're going to work it out from there. But yeah, so anybody that wants to come on, you're more than welcome. There will be plenty of time. So yeah, we look forward to getting some of you guys over.
Yeah.
We'll be putting up like a rough kind of guide for time, so that you can go and check it out. And if you see a slot where you think you might be free, then hit us up and we'll definitely get you on.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I was there earlier today when Johnny O was trying to work out time zones with Dick. And I think Dick almost had an aneurysm.
I was the same. We were trying to figure it out over text, and it was just like, right, I'm just gonna have to wait for PhD Tony to come in here with his doctorate and sort this out. But but anyway, thanks so much for having me on, and it's great that you're back up and running, Crafty, and looking forward to the live stream and getting you on for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Kind of beyond 2:00 my time. I'm pretty free, so.
Sounds great. We'll get you on for sure.
All right.
All right.
Cheers,
Well,
Irish.
thanks so much, guys. I'm going to get the hay, and I look forward to catching up with this tomorrow. And thanks so much for having me on. Have a good one.
Catch you later, man.
Take care, guys.
I will see you, Demon.
Oh, by the way, oi, fucking oi, monkey. How are you, brother?
Chipmunk! Is he
Can't hear
muted?
ya.
You have to do what I did and unmute yourself. Chipmunk.
Yeah. Chipmunk. No, he's unmuted.
I've never
He's
known him to
probably-
be at a loss for words.
No, he's probably having some issues with his audio. But we also have Big Blue Marble
Yeah,
Science.
hey,
On
Blue.
you, sir.
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Hey,
Hey, Blue.
just
All good.
Every time I
Crafty
hear
hard
Big
time.
Blue's voice, I think we're about to listen to some old country tune, some finger picked like country licks, and he's going to tell us a story about cattle herding or some shit like that.
It's probably best I don't do that.
Blue, how's it going?
Going good.
Cavendish going the way you want it?
Yeah, I've been out in the shop working on that this morning. So thought I'd take a break and come in and say hi to you guys while the glue dries.
How far
I'm
along?
sorry, did you say you've been huffing glue?
Hmm?
Did you say you've been huffing glue all morning? That's not a good thing to do.
Actually, PVA glue is not any good to huff at all. You can't. I mean, it has no odor to it to speak of.
It doesn't even
How
work to
far
get
along
your
are
high.
you on the Cavendish?
Huh?
How far along are you on the Cavendish?
I will be finished with the enclosure part of it probably today or tomorrow.
Professor Phil Bell says Blue swallowed a chainsaw. Is there something you want to tell us there, Blue? Have you joined a circus?
No. I'm not sure
Or
what
is that
Phil's
the hidden
referring to.
talent?
I'll let him elaborate on that.
Oh, I don't know.
So
Craziness.
according to the chat, everybody says that, and I'm looking at it now. Everybody's out of focus. I don't know how we managed to get everybody out of focus on a cartoon.
And Taddy.
Frank?
What's going on there,
So-
Taddy?
How the hell is that?
Maybe their eyes are wonky. I don't know.
Well, then my eyes are wonky too.
Right, I'll see if I can fix that in the background.
No, don't try to look at your nose. Not that I've ever tried it, but when you try to look at your nose, then your eyes go all out of focus and wonky for a while. I think that's what they did.
Hold on a minute here.
But I do love the fact that Katz is still playing with Blue.
Yep.
On the set.
Where's what are we streaming on?
My channel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're on
Awesome.
my channel. Yay.
Just an impromptu hangout.
Blue just comes on to streams anyway, just because he's awesome. He always just gets invites because it's Blue.
It's cool.
Where am I today? I'm on the moon.
Oh my goodness.
You know I love you, Blue.
I hate that song.
Oh, there you are.
And yet here you are singing it.
There you go, hey? Isn't it amazing? Song gets in your head, you just can't get rid of it. You know?
Ugly Germantrude says, "Look at your nose." No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, okay. Right. I've worked out what's happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll need to fix it. Bear with me.
I think a lot of people just want to make sure that it wasn't just them.
Look, the alcohol. Alcohol
Yeah, I
hasn't
was
kicked
just
in.
gonna say,
It's the beer
put
goggles.
down the joint, it'll clear up soon.
Hang on,
It'll take me a wee while, but I'll fix it. Patty's on it.
Why does the cow have a sword? That's Rajicow. He's
Yeah,
always
that's
got a
Rajicow.
sword. Mm,
Rajicow carries around Rajical's sword.
That's her job.
Yep. Because we invited Rajicow onto the stream last night for the shills, but Rajicow doesn't have a microphone, so Rajical had to speak for her.
Just like that. Another man speaking for a woman.
Isn't it terrible? Isn't it terrible?
I ain't going there, Johnny. I ain't going there.
But he did a good job. I think Rajicow would be proud.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. Red. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Good, good.
What's the story? What have you been up to? You've been kind of quiet lately. Well, I haven't noticed stuff, but then that's probably my fault. What have you been doing?
I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I like to do like a variety of different stuff on my channel, and recently, as you saw, I've been doing a little bit of video game streaming.
You were. I'm trying to desperately remember what you were streaming, and then I was poking you at it.
I think you were there for the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, and watching you die at Spider-Man was funny.
Yes, yes. Because I've not played Spider-Man very much, and I mostly play games on my Xbox One. But Xbox One won't stream directly to YouTube like the PlayStation 4 will. So that's why I was playing it on there. And then a couple of days later, I was playing Middle Earth: Shadow of War. So I was killing some orcs.
Yeah. No, well, I have this thing, right? So Team Skeptic started his plays channel, and he dies a lot at Call of Duty. And I don't know why, I just enjoy watching people fail on those
That's
things.
human nature, I think.
And Simon Dan has one as well. Simon Dan has a plays, and every so often he'll go on and he'll play FIFA, and he'll just like FIFA rage, which is hilarious because he's so controlled in his videos. He's so calm and he's so controlled. And then to watch him lose it on some of those streams is just, come on, ref! Like,
Oh yeah, I kind of wish I could stream Avatar Golf on the Xbox. It was originally on the Xbox 360, an indie game, but it's a really fun game. But I'm terrible at golf, so I turn into Happy Gilmore like every time I play it.
nice. Happy Gilmore.
I haven't played
Yes.
video games like for real in a long time. Now everybody's gone except for Steaming Cup of Reason. Oh, there we go.
I'm here.
No, I mean on the cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's hilarious that we can't get a cartoon in focus.
Still out of focus.
That's better.
Yeah, on it was.
I'm just busting your balls, no big deal.
That's all right. So I'm not biting anyway.
Well, boys and girls, it's a school night for me. I got early class in the morning, so I really should kind of head out.
No worries. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming on. And again,
Oh, it was
people,
great. I love being on these things with you, Crafty. You know that.
and you know I love having you, and I love being on the shills with you because Jesus Christ, you are a funny, funny person. Um, oh, I love it.
Sometimes.
And thank you again for my avatar.
Yes,
You're
I want to thank you as well, Steaming. I don't think I've
not a worry.
maybe I
You're
did
welcome.
when I was on the Shills, but yeah, I love my avatar. And if
Awesome.
anyone is wondering, I got it from Steaming Cup of Reason.
Awesome. Glad you like it.
We do need a new one for Blue, I think.
Yeah, well, I made one for Blue, but he never uses it. Blue.
Yeah, I know. I don't like being the monkey.
I don't
look
know.
like a
I think it's the gorilla one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
gorilla. I look like an
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah. I'll make up another one for you, Blue. Something a little more fitting.
Yeah, I think Jumpmonk gets jealous of that because Blue just looks cooler.
Yeah, I think that's why the monk won't talk to me.
Anyways, I'm out of here, folks.
Have a
Catch
good
you all
night.
at the
man.
premiere in my morning.
Yeah.
Have a good stream.
Catch you later, Squire.
We still have audio.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, there's one or two people trying to join, but they have audio issues. So
Oh no.
sort it out, people.
Yeah. So Keela, you saw my 5G video.
That's
right?
not
You were-
yours.
Oh no, well no, it's on my channel, but yes, technically it is not mine. Technically it's Prime Truth.
Yes.
Yes, but you saw that you were in the premiere, right? What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was great. I think there's certain people who are able to make videos that are extremely funny, extremely entertaining, and extremely intelligently run. And like Katz is able to do it. I'm not. I'm when I run videos, when I do videos, I'm very straightforward. You know, I'm serious. You know, I can't do funny, and I've said that to the shills. Like, I'm accidentally funny. When I try to be funny, I fail. And you are just brilliant at putting forward these ideas.
Yeah, I think I went temporarily insane for a day or two. Well,
Just a little.
not me. Prime Truth, my clone.
I thought your
Yes.
clone was already insane. Like that was his persona.
What do you say, Johnny?
I said I thought Prime Truth was the insane part. Like that was all the insane bits of you that were cloned.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually. You know, you never can be sure with what the government does. So
That's true.
that could be true.
That's true. Like some people don't realize that their secret phone calls are being recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, secret phone calls that never happened.
We'll let the viewers decide.
I think most of them have, but yeah, come on now. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny to watch. I was like,
That
what?
5G video was the highlight of my week when it came out, just because of the way that it was put together so much like you would see a conspiratorial minded person. That's exactly how they think, and to be able to step into that mindset for that Five Guys was just amazing.
Yay, Surf is in the
Yeah.
chat. Surf said, oh, where's it gone now? My thing is, yeah, learning is fun. That's why I hang around these people. Absolutely. And what's remarkable, as I said earlier, what's remarkable about this this community is the level of different skills. And I'm loving it because yeah, you can do a part-time degree with Open University. You're not going to actually get as much information as you're getting out of the D1 community. Like that, it's just incredible. How willing people are to share their experience and share their knowledge. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. And just like the camaraderie, because I can ask certain people, like some of the big people, like, you know, Team Skeptic and FE, you know, they're not always reliable, but I can ask people to like help me out or do something with it. And they're always like, yeah, totally, definitely. Like my my secret source, my special source.
Nice.
that we won't get into any names because I mean I don't, but Prime
It
Truth
was
protects his
expertly
sources.
hidden. It was expertly hidden. I will say that.
He did a very good job. Yeah. And
Professor Phil Bell says, don't forget we have satellites that take photos of every house on Earth every 12 hours. That is scary.
What if my house is underground?
Mine
they
is
have
in a
ground penetrating
Well,
radar.
actually, we did establish the last time I had a live stream that Cats lives in a cave.
Mm.
So he's painting his cave.
Yeah, that's good.
Keep painting.
You know, you
It's cave
wanna- you
painting.
wanna- yeah, cave painting. Keep your cave space nice and comfortable.
You
love it.
have to. You got to make it a
Since
nice,
saying that,
welcoming, inviting color.
Since saying that, someone messaged me and is like, "Oh, does he really live in a cave? What kind of cave does he live in?" You said I think I said the FBI or something was stationed outside the cave to make sure he didn't stray too far and get a random bullet or something. Yeah, it's amazing what people believe.
Isn't
I
it?
forgot. I really wanted to ask Steven Cup of Reason because he left a comment on the 5G video about a couple of the actors in Inner Space. I'm not sure if he like took it seriously, like or Prime Truth, like Prime Truth actually made a mistake with the actors, or if he just didn't get the joke. But I don't know. I wanted to ask him, but he had to go, and I didn't think about it at the time.
It'll be in the chat of the pain in progress tonight. Ask him in that.
Yeah, I
If
might
you're
do
about.
that.
Microraptor just said the cave is Cat's secret catnip plantation. That explains so much.
And if he lives in a cave, you know, maybe he's a saber-toothed tiger. Is that where they used to live?
Did they live in caves?
They did
I don't know.
actually. They did. Well, they weren't in condos. Let's face it. Like,
I mean, I feel like it would have been a big old condo.
Yeah, there were, as far as I know, there were no Carol Baskins around back then to like, you know, keep them contained. So there probably were actually.
Oh God, I guarantee it.
Just like a, you know, like a cave woman who, like, accidentally clubs her mate. You know, to get some better,
Seashells.
yeah, better seashells. Exactly.
yeah, I need to
Or
get
more
my own
seashells.
Apparently, what is Phil saying? Professor Phil Bell is saying, Cartosat 3 has. Oh, come on, move. Has 250 millimeter by 250 millimeter resolution, so we can identify a lost goat. I need me one of them. Although I do have a tracker on the goat, so I'm able to track where they go.
Very nice.
I have seen the Flintstones Microraptor. They try to live in people's houses, but then they get kicked out, and then they jump back in through the window and kick the people out. So
And have
That's
a gay
true.
old time.
Yeah, and we all know that the Flintstones is a documentary, right? You know,
absolutely.
that's where we get our all our history from and our science and everything like that. Like you know, the Ken Hovens out there.
Yep.
Give me one
That's why
minute.
we can't trust the geological column.
Yeah,
Because they mind it with brontosaurus.
that's right. Yeah, exactly.
I've just gotten a notification that Schrodinger's cat has a video in like or premiere in half an hour. So I'm gonna message him and see if he's free to talk to us about it.
Good old Schrodinger's cat.
Bring him on.
He is probably roughing it in Hawaii still. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that
mentioned
horrible,
that.
horrible thing where he had to go to Hawaii, had to go. They basically drug him kicking and screaming for 3 weeks. It was it was a horrible idea, and just the thought of it was putting him into therapy.
Oh
So
man.
Yeah, a couple days ago he mentioned that, like how he's just like dreading every minute there. He's like he's just having a hard time. I
Do
feel
you think we should start a GoFundMe for him? See if we
that's
can
what I
get him home.
told. He was on the plot hole talking. This was before he went. He was on the plot hole podcast talking about that, and I said, "Yeah, we need to get you a GoFundMe so we can relieve you of this obligation." And
Well, I mean, I can go there and take his place, because someone's got to like fill
no,
his
no, no, no.
spot.
No, it's too much of a sacrifice.
it
Too
really
much
is.
of a sacrifice, man. Couldn't ask
would
anyone to do that.
Definitely,
that on
I am.
anybody.
I will sacrifice myself, to stay in harsh conditions like that. A 4-star hotel in Hawaii.
God damn it.
That's
Overlooking
not
the-
everyone can do that. Yeah.
So painful. That's so
It just
painful.
sounds horrible.
Commendable. Commendable that you put yourself forward like that, mate.
Thank you, Taddy. I appreciate you saying that.
Really is. I think we should give you an award.
Yeah. Well, what you should do is you should create a new award and give it to me, and then name it after me as well.
It would call it the Prime Red Medal of Valor.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It premieres in 5 minutes. Sorry, not half an hour. But I've just gotten that half an hour. My phone
Notification.
sucks. I've just gotten the notification for half an hour.
Your phone sucks.
Well,
Oh no.
You wanna
I haven't
swap?
got a notification at all. So
Brainless Steel says rather Crafty Tequila's farm than a 4-star hotel. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, people are starting to come back. Because where I live, it's a very touristy area. So people are now starting to come back, and that's why I haven't had time to do any videos, because I've been making ice cream, making cheese, doing tours like we always do, kind of keeping social distancing. But I mean, we had a group there 3 days ago, 2-3 days ago, of 30 children wanting to see the goats. So yeah, it happens. But it's a really, really weird thing, because people are asking, oh, how have you got through COVID? Well, when you have animals, the world doesn't stop. For us farmers, we didn't take time off. We were dealing with our animals. For us, usually we have the kidding season in February. Ours was like April, May. So like right through COVID, we had baby goats to deal with, and we still had to feed them. We still had to milk them. We had to send them out and bring them home. We had to trim their hooves, and at the moment they're just clearing up from a thing called ORF, which is a viral infection. So they've had like scabs all over their mouths, and the main thing is not to allow it to get infected. So we've had so much work, and we've only just gotten a volunteer in the last like 2 weeks. So we've been absolutely packed to the rafters of stuff to do. So when people are like, how have you got through COVID? It's like, same as we've gotten through every other year. Nothing changed except for there were no tourists. Which was nice, actually, which was kind of nice, because I did get to enjoy the summer a little bit. We don't take time off. Peter Quinn is saying farmers can't really take time off, as the rest of us need to be fed, and I thank you for that. Yeah, we really didn't take any time off. It was all go. It was all go for us. It was crazy. So it was nice to actually be able to not have to do ice cream for 6 hours a day, which is what I'm doing at the moment.
So you're live streaming and making ice cream at the same time?
No, well, right. I made ice cream yesterday for 6 hours. I made it,
see.
so every 2 days I make ice cream. Every second day. So I'm off for today because I need more eggs, because the egg yolk goes into the ice cream, and I can't order that until tomorrow. Need to get my own chickens.
I was gonna say, you got land. Let's put a chicken coop up there.
And we have like 28 acres of land.
I almost made a really, really bad joke.
Yeah, don't.
Well, what would have stopped you from doing that any other time you made a bad joke, Johnny?
Company.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hi, Ilya. I hope you're feeling better, love, because Ilya hasn't been feeling well lately. So Hope she's feeling better.
Yeah, she said she had some bad goat's milk.
She didn't. Shite.
I might just
There is
be
no
milk
such thing.
from a
There
bad
is
goat.
no such thing. There's no bad goats, only bad people.
Bad people who raise bad goats.
No. There is no such thing as a bad goat. There's only bad people. So, right, here's the thing. So we bring people down. Like, I know a lot of farms, when you bring people down and introduce the goats or the animals, they're behind fences. We don't do that shit. If you're going to come down to our goats, you're going to come down and see our goats. We don't do fences. We don't do them behind fences because they're so calm. And the reason why they're so calm is because we handle them from birth. So they don't have this absolute fear of people. Do you know what I mean? They're
good.
used to being handled. They're used to, and I tell you now, like, I'm a very cynical person, in general, because we live in a cynical world. I'm a very cynical person. I try not to be, but I am. And there is one point, and I think it's the best part of being here and the best part of my job, other than watching the kids grow, is picking a kid up and putting it into the arms of someone, and the kid just cuddles in because they like cuddles, and just to see the joy on people's faces, because it's pure joy, that anything that they've been going through, any fear that they had, any misconceptions that they had about goats, it's just gone. It's like new puppy, but goats are cleverer.
And
It's a
happy
really-
goats produce better milk, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The yield is much better in happy goats, and you'll always be able to know whether a goat is happy or sick or sad or whatever through their eyes and their ears. Goats have a very complicated society, so they have like 27 different bleats that we know of, but a lot of their communication is through eye and ear signals to each other. Like, I had 2 goats there. When was it? 7 years ago when I first arrived. 7 years ago. And it was the herd leader. So I differentiate between the herd leader and the herdess. And the herdess is usually the oldest one. And the herd leader is the leader. She's the strongest and the smartest and whatever. But we had these 2 goats, Anise and Mint. And they, not every day, but we had 3 old ladies. It was Mint, Isla, and Gemma. And Gemma had rickets as a baby. So we had to treat her, and we had to teach her how to walk again. And it was crazy. But she survived it. Her sister didn't, but she survived it. And
Good.
yes, the leader is always female, right, Microraptor? In most of the animal kingdom, the leader is female.
Yes.
but-
Saves
so
a lot of
these-
arguments later on.
Yeah, so these two ladies would separate themselves from the herd all the time. I'd open the gate for them to go down the land, and every so often they'd separate off, and they'd just stand there looking at each other, and their ears would be going, and their eyes would be going, and whatever, and then they'd come back to the herd. And I realized after a while that on the days that they would do that, the 3 old ladies wouldn't keep up with the herd. They would be staying back in and around the goat house and the fields around the goat house. And on the days they didn't separate themselves off, the 3 old ladies would be with the herd. So it was actually, what I believe, my hypothesis is that Mint and Anise, or Mint was telling Anise, who was the herd leader at the time, Mint was telling her, I'm going to stay back with Gemma and Isla. Don't worry about us. You lead the herd. We're all good. And then Anise would go out, lead the herd, and the ladies would stay back, and Anise wouldn't be looking for them because Anise was a very protective leader. So yeah, that's my little story. So yeah,
Sure.
they have a very interesting way of communicating.
You're probably right about that. I mean, when you raise animals and things like that, and you get to know them, you get to understand how they act and their personalities and things like that. And the animals are a lot smarter and a lot more clever than some people tend to give them credit for. Like, they're really intelligent.
Sorry, Phil Bell is asking who have I got in the tree? In the tree we have Jutmonk the drunk monkey, who was in for a while, but I think he had audio issues. So that's who's in the tree. But yeah, the whole point is like when you know your animals and when you're working with them all the time, they don't really have that fear of people. So we bring people just down to see the herd, and I think that's a cool way of doing it.
For sure. For sure. It's always a good time, see some little baby goats and see how they live and what they do. Do you ever sell
Right.
goats as pets?
Oh, a lot of people have goats as pets.
No, I'm asking, do you ever sell any of your goats as
Yeah,
pets?
yeah. But
Oh,
again,
you do? Cool.
because they're hand raised, they're used to human contact. So it's actually easier to sell them to other herds, or it's easier to sell them as pets, as lawnmowers, basically, for people who have an acre or two that just want two females, or a castrated male and a female. We do that all the time, but we always vet who's taking the goats.
Definitely.
I'm very protective of my babies.
I would be shocked if you weren't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be a very good goat mama if you weren't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Most people understand. Like
they make
we
good,
did have go on, Bill.
they make good lawnmowers, that's for sure.
They do. They eat
I could use
well,
one or two.
they pretty much eat everything except for grass.
Yeah.
Until there's nothing else in the grass.
And then they'll eat us. So you to start with the shoes.
They'll keep
yeah.
the snakes away too.
They do. No fear in goats. But a couple of years ago there was this guy who wanted to buy them, buy one of them. And we had organized, and the night before we were talking to him, and he says, "Oh yeah, we could get him to a rendezvous point at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh well, I can't get there until 4 p.m. and we couldn't get there anytime. Long story, but he was suggesting that we leave the goats in a trailer on their own for about 5 hours with no food, well, with a little bit of food but no water. And I was like, yeah, he's not getting one of my goats. Nope.
Yeah, that's silly. That's just
So
silly.
he called back like 3 times and tried to use different names, and we are like, nope,
Did he use
you're
a
not.
different accent too, or different? Like, did he try to disguise his voice?
No, not at all. That was the funny part of it.
Every time
I was
I hear a story like that, I always think of the Simpsons episode where there's the guy who looks exactly like Homer, and he's like, "Hello, my name is Guy Incognito."
kind.
Although in the Simpsons episode, it actually was a different guy. He
Yeah.
just happened to look exactly like Homer and sound exactly like him. But
Elia is saying equality is on in about 50 minutes. Well, we're going to wrap up in about 15-20 minutes, so yeah. We'll be done in time for tea.
I
I like
like
tea.
it. I like it.
Tea is awesome.
I like that. Is it Twinings Irish breakfast tea? It's a really good tea.
I enjoy a nice chilled Arnold Palmer myself.
Arnie Palmer alert.
Yeah.
Arnie Palmer alert.
Yes.
Stella Tundra said, you were asked what you were eating the other night and you said roast goat. Do you eat the goats or did I miss the joke? So here's the thing about farming, and we're a farm, not a refuge. We do eat the goats.
You eat your kids?
Yes, because here's the
Horrible.
you can't keep everyone. You can't sell them all as livestock. So the question is, what do you do with the leftover kids? And we have this year we did 16 kids. It's not as simple as just housing all of them. So we send after a year, 18 months, they go off and they're made into sausages and burgers and joints for the house. So we do eat the goats. And here's the thing about it, because I hear a lot about veganism and vegetarianism, but we have a choice as farmers. We can either keep our animals in sheds for their entire lives, or we can let them out in the pasture, let them stay with their families and don't cut them off or send them as literally infants. So what we do is, for me, I've said this in other streams, for me, it's never about how long you're on the earth. In general, it's never about how long you're on the earth. It's your quality of life. And we give all of our goats the best quality of life that we can possibly give them. So we have a personalized vet who knows exactly what he's doing with goats. We have, if they need to be medicated, we are able to medicate them. And yes, when it comes to the end of their lives, they go off in a group. They never go off in ones and twos. They go off as a group. And I was actually about 3-4 years ago, I forgot the paperwork because we have to give paperwork to the butcher to sign and whatever. And I had to physically go to the slaughterhouse, and I was saying, can I see them? He says, yeah, of course. So he gave me a little tour of the slaughterhouse. Fucking state of the art, beautiful, beautiful place. And the kids were just jumping around the pen like they were at home. And he says, we get animals that come in that are afraid for their lives. Like, they are absolutely terrified. And it's nice to see. You can always tell who's looking after their animals and who just puts them out, and that's it. Because there was no stress levels with those kids. No stress levels at all. They were calm, they were happy, and that actually makes for healthier meat. So what I would say, if you're a vegetarian, if you're vegan, for the sake of not being happy with how animals are treated, do your fucking research. Do your research and find out who actually takes care of their animals, because the problem is, when we can't sell the meat and when we can't sell the animals, we're the first to go. Little family farms like mine, we're the first to go. And who's buying the land? The only people that are buying the land are the factory farms, which I don't consider farming. So what I would say to anyone who's vegetarian for animal rights purposes, please do your research. Because for me, it's not a good enough reason. Work with us to actually improve the lives of animals instead of making us hand over our animals to the fucking factory farms. Sorry, rant over.
Yeah, like most everything, it's not a black and white issue. There's all kinds of different shades and all kinds of different things about how this sort of thing is done.
Yeah. No, it just frustrates me when people say, I'm vegetarian because I don't like the treatment of animals on the big farms. Well, do your fucking research. Talk to the small farms. See how they treat their animals. 9 times out of 10, we will let you in. We will let you see the conditions that the animals are living in. And yeah, how the hell will you eat Space Comet? Space Comet is not going to be eaten. Space Comet is ear tagged as a mating male and will be going to another farm very soon. So Space Comet will have lots of little babies. Lots of
So
little
basically,
babies.
what you just said is that you are Space Comma's pimp.
Absolutely.
You were the goat pimp. I
That's
like
gonna
that.
be a happy goat.
But yeah, I mean, Space Comet, Kepler. There is who else? Pythagoras, who we named on the 1K special. They're all going to homes. We have orders, like we have back orders for our goats because they're very special goats.
Nice.
And they're good quality and they're high stock and everything else. They produce quality kids. They produce quality meat and quality milkers, because we have about 6 maiden milkers who don't need to be mated. Like, one of them can go up to 3 years without needing to be mated while producing milk for those 3 years before she dries up. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So yeah, some of them, he is a stud. Space Comet is a stud. Some will be kept for like 1.5 years. Space Comet and Kepler will be kept a little bit longer, just for the purposes that people want updates. And as years go on, we will have updates on them on their new farms. So yay!
Very nice. So Space Coma is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Absolutely fucking not. Nope.
All right. So people in the audience, you can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yep, Space
But
Comma is
even with
spared.
that, Yeah, the females will go first because we don't want them mated. So they'll be the first to be sold, if you know what I mean. If we can't sell them, they'll be going to the butcher. And but even with
Oh,
that,
there's
it
such a
won't be
bad joke in
until
there. There's
yeah,
such
no,
a bad joke in there.
don't
I'm
do
not,
it. Don't do
not
it.
gonna, not gonna.
But yeah, so yeah, I do eat the goats because that is literally our winter feed for the household. That's what we eat pretty much all winter. That gets us through the winter. And this year we have lots of little babies. So we have 4 still to go to the butcher this year. And then probably in November we'll have a few. Name some after your Patreons. Do you know what? No. Naming goats after people, and this is the point because people have asked me, why didn't I call them Mr. Sensible and cats, for instance? I find it more fun and more interactive and more engaging when you give people a chance to name a goat. I think I captured people's imagination with cats and with Mr. Sensible when I asked them to name the goats. Because now people ask all the time because they feel like they know these goats, that they are the owners of these goats, and in some senses they are. So yeah, I don't really name them after people. There's for the females we have 2 families. We have the Irish family, the Oscailga family, and we have the herb family, the herb and spice family. So we name them after herbs and spices or Oscailga, depending on which family they're in. So yeah, there are themes to the names. So we're able to see whose kid belongs to who, if you know what I mean. It's actually easier. But with the naming of the kids this year, obviously this is a huge change for me being on YouTube, and I've been embraced by this community so entirely, and it's just amazing that I did want to give something back, and naming the babies is the only thing that I have to give.
It was a very good decision you made though, because it's obviously Space Coma is quite popular.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And the fact that he has this little slit on his side, the little white on his side, it's just perfect naming.
Yep, yeah, he does have a little comma shaped mark on him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to give back other than the videos, and I know people come for the videos, and that's great because I do have a different way of thinking about things. But when I think a lot of us feel it. It's kind of like imposter syndrome, that you don't actually feel like you deserve the support and the respect that you've gotten. And you do want to constantly give back, and you kind of I don't know, I probably oversell things. I don't know. Because I do want to show my appreciation to this community because you guys are amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Phil Bell would like a goat to be called Proton.
Oh, that's a positive.
That
Mm.
that could be arranged. Right. So at the moment, I'm waiting to see. Usually, I wait 3 or 4 months to see the personalities come out. Before I name them. Obviously, we jumped the gun a little bit this year and as well because you don't know up until about 3 months, you don't know whether someone is going to survive. Anything could happen at any time. One of the most deadly diseases when it comes to goats, and you can't really prevent it, is coccidiosis. And it's nasty. It's horrible. And we actually thought Little Moon had it. No, it was Cucullin. We actually thought Cucullin had it this year, and it was just a very, very, very bad dose of constipation, which is also a killer in baby goats. And thankfully, he survived, and he's much better now. So
That's good.
I mean, that would be
Oh,
a
no.
killer in me too.
Yeah. I'm just laughing there. Clive Wells in the chats. I got called Pushytron. Yes.
yeah. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. I might call someone Proton. I'm trying to have a think of who might fit that bill.
But you get ducks as well.
No, actually, a friend of mine down the road has ducks, and we get duck eggs from her, which are yum.
Raising ducks is a stinky business.
That's why I don't do it. I let her do it.
Yeah,
My sister did ducks for a while, and after they hatch, you take them inside and whatever, and keep them all nice and warm and all, and then they shit. And duck shit is rotten.
Well,
Really?
here's a weird thing. Here's a weird thing, right? Not a lot of people know. I don't have a sense of smell.
That's probably good.
In
Yeah,
your line of work, I imagine that's a good thing.
yeah, it comes in handy when you have to muck out pens. But I don't have and this is partly why, the anti-vaxxer shit doesn't work on me, because I had meningitis as a 7-month-old, 8-month-old baby, and my mother, thankfully, trusted the doctors with my life. They actually told her afterwards if she had left me another hour or two before getting me to a hospital, I would not have survived. And
Fucking hell, man.
thankfully, I just came out of it without a sense of smell. So I've never had a sense of smell. So, um,
Was it
yeah.
bacterial or viral?
I think it was the bacterial.
Yeah, my youngest daughter had bacterial meningitis when she was about a month old.
Because they
That's
took me to a GP, not my normal GP, but she took me to a GP that was standing in for my and you know what he said? She's just teething. But here's the thing about meningitis, people. You don't always have a rash. They do not always have a rash. I didn't have a rash, but it was fucking serious. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
we had just moved to a new town. Had been living here for not about a week, and my daughter got sick. We didn't know anybody. We didn't have a pediatrician yet, actually, and took her straight to the children's hospital. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
They did a spinal tap on her, checked her out, and immediately pumped her full of antibiotics. And she stayed in the hospital for about a week, but she was fine. But it could have been very, very serious very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, you caught it right in time. And that's the thing. That's what really frustrates me about anti-vaxxers, because if my mom was an anti-vaxxer, she would not have trusted the doctors with my life.
Yeah, true.
And we
You
wouldn't
know?
be having this amazing conversation about
Ugly,
you picking out goats.
ugly German Truth said something in the chat too. I agree with him. When the time comes, old Blue here needs a goat named Cavendish.
Do you know what, actually? I might have just the goat.
All right. There we go.
I might have just the goat. I will get back to you. I will get back to you before the next shield show. And we might do this again in the next few days if Taddy has time, because I know Taddy actually works, which is something that I barely do.
I'll totally say that, hen. You work fucking harder than me.
I don't think you ever stop working, Sheila.
Yeah, it's too. I actually don't stop working. I'm a bit of a workaholic, but when you work with the goats, it barely feels like work, except for when you have to clean out their pens. That is a pain in the ass.
No, pain in the goat.
Well, on the bright side, though,
Goat
like you
mattress.
mentioned, you don't have to smell it.
That's true. That's true. And that's why, like, when usually I'd muck out the pens when I have volunteers, because it's easier to do it with 2 or 3 people. So I'd actually muck out and throw it into the stuff into a wheelbarrow, and the woofer would just bring it down and put it onto the compost heap that we have. And I find that easier, because otherwise they're going in and the fumes are getting to them like that, and I'm just used to it. Lightweights.
Does it make for good fertilizer?
It does, and we
good.
use it on the land all the time. Like, yeah.
That's good.
But we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 8 pens. So it's because we have like 2 or 3 that are designated as kidding pens. So we have like 8 pens to clear twice a year or 3 times a year. So yeah, fun. So we have enough. We have enough to be used.
That's good. That's good. That's another thing about like these small farms that I kind of appreciate. I imagine like nothing really goes to waste on a farm. Like you can find some other way of using it somewhere else, or using this for that, and things like that.
Right, here's the thing. Sorry. Plot hole. I've been letting you away with dropping in your bloody video. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't feel threatened by that video because it's not me on the video. So screw you, biatch.
All I'm going to say is independently verified. That's all I got to say.
So you say.
Hey,
Can I
Keela.
get a
No, not
manager?
I
Can I
say.
get a manager?
It's not what I say. It's what the independent group says.
Blue, what's
It's
up?
the
Oh, yeah, I just
independent variable.
wanted to say thanks for inviting me. I got, I think the glue's dry, so I need to get back to work. I guess I'll
Yep.
catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And I will send you a private message with a photo of the kid that I pick out.
Okay, perfect. I love it. All right, you guys
We
be
will
good.
have a Cavendish. We will have a Cavendish.
Very nice.
And we will have a proton just for Professor Phil Bell, because Phil Bell, I tell you what, I asked Phil Bell for a video of about 3 or 4 minutes, or 2 or 3 minutes, just for the challenging conspiracies on models, and he sent me back a wealth of information that was like 20 minutes long. So I've had a great time going through that, and we might mirror. Myself and Professor Phil might mirror that particular video of him, of the expanded version. But yeah, look out for the challenging conspiracies. But yeah, we will have a Cavendish and we will have a proton. I think that'll be on the next stream for sure.
Nice.
All right, see you guys later.
Thank you,
care,
Blue.
bye.
See you later.
With that in mind, where am I? We might actually start to finish up. It has been amazing, and you guys in the chat, I love talking to you guys, because you never know what might happen on one of these streams or what might be talked about. And thank you for allowing me to rant about my goats.
Sure.
Because yeah, I could do whole live streams about goats, and it would be weird.
Well, people would actually watch those. I guarantee it. You get a bunch of people watching it.
Probably. I don't know. I might. I'm discussing with Dick Dawson. Dick Dawson is absolutely incredible. He has a fucking wealth of information, particularly around technology. So he might be hooking me up with an outdoor mic, a lapel mic.
Yes, we
Sweet.
talked about that last night. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I actually do go out and talk with the goats, well, I don't talk with the goats, but with the goats around me, people will actually be able to hear what I'm saying, because I live up a hill. So there's always, even on the calmest days, there's always wind around.
I'll give you
So
one little piece of information when you do that. So whenever you do get your lapel mic, if you wear your overalls over your shirt, if your overalls and your shirt have a bit of space in them, you can put the lapel mic in between and taped to your shirt with the windsock on top of it. That way it gives you a little bit of extra wind protection.
that is a very good idea.
And then just point it straight at your chin. So if you can get it 6 inches away from your chin, that's about right where you want it.
Cool.
This way,
Yeah,
you don't have
might
to
have
worry about people picking up your signal.
Yeah, I mean the other problem, excuse me, the other problem with me live streaming, and people have seen me live stream with my phone, is the signal actually on my land, because where we are, There's very little fucking signal. I'm gonna be honest. Very little signal. So there's very strong signal in particular points, and this is why people need a Tatty.
For
Because
sure.
Tatty has excellent signal, and he allows me to piggyback off his signal. And thank you, Tatty.
You can piggyback off me anytime you want, though.
So yeah, we're going to wind it up because it is 5:30 for us, and I did say we were only going for an hour and a half or so. So first of all, thank you for everyone that came in and talked to me and randomly chatted. Cats to Jump Monk for a minute, even though his audio didn't work. And I swear to God, if people are not at the Praying of Progress tonight, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because that show is so incredible that you're missing out. And I don't like you
really
missing
are,
out.
man. It is
And
a
the other-
fucking amazing show, man. It is such a great series, man. It really does. You need to, if you've not seen it, seriously, man, check it out. Give it one episode. I swear you'll be hooked.
Yeah, and Thor and Stephen Covey Reason are so fucking generous with their ability to research. It's just ridiculous how much they're able to fit inside of a half an hour. I swear to God, if you're not there, I'm going to be very disappointed because we have 45 people watching, so 45 people know to be there. The other thing, not right after this, but later, we have on the iNetwork, just subscribe to the iNetwork, click the bell, and be there for everything because it's awesome. We do have, Taddy, you have the poker stream, and well, we have the uncalled for later. But
Yes.
you have the poker stream, don't you?
We do indeed. In 2.5 hours' time over on the iNetwork, we will be doing the Sunday night poker. Even though I appreciate for those in kind of like Eastern USA, it's like midday, but sorries, we tell you what time it is. It's night time. It's Sunday night poker. End of. But yeah, please do come along and join us for that in 2.5 hours' time over on the iNetwork. It's just a nice, chilled, relaxed stream. We chat a bit and goes for 3 hours. Second half, we try to get as many bad jokes in as possible. Any bad jokes in the chat are most graciously appreciated.
And because Amy is still in the chat, 'cause I love fucking Amy. I love Amy. This series has actually kind of brought me to tears nearly. The Autism Show. And not because it's bad or because it's sad or anything, but because when these guys are describing scenarios of their children with autism, or when Bull, for instance, who has autism, is talking about, these would have been useful for me as a child. You know, it just makes me think of the process that my nephew has had to go through. And it's so valuable. It's so valuable in how to be a decent person. So on Wednesday evening, if you're not up at 3:00 in the morning or 2:00 in the morning, it's an issue. But go back and watch the Autism Show because it is
Hell yeah.
absolutely invaluable. It is just brilliant. I am going to shill that out everywhere I go. But beyond that, Prime Reg, what have you got coming up on your channel?
More gaming and more videos. I don't know exactly what my next video is going to be. But let me know if maybe you guys want to see me do another JM Truth review.
They're always fun.
Oh God, I man. Can you go
Yeah.
wrong?
And I would like to, Sheila, just to, kind of piggyback, use that term again, piggyback on what you were just talking about, the autism stream. And Johnny O may have been wanted to bring this up, but him and his son did an excellent video, which I think is pretty important too, because a young man with autism, like speaking out to potentially other kids, letting them know that they can have a normal life, they can do this kind of thing. That's really important, I think, as well. So if you haven't seen that, guys, you should check that out too.
Butthole.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
I
butthole
know.
here.
I couldn't stop myself from doing that last night.
Oh
Um,
no, it's
Funny
fine.
as man. That was
I
yeah.
funny as.
actually, I want to echo what Prime Red just said. That video was incredible, and he's so intelligent, and it's great to see. And I do hope that when we start bringing people on, to the autism stream when it's live and we're bringing people on, that you consider um, becoming a visitor on that show, because that would be invaluable to get your experience.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would absolutely love to be on that show. It's definitely something that my wife and I have been championing and campaigning for, autism services and inclusion services, and just general recognition that autism isn't this negative stigma thing that people think it is. Just more awareness of what autism truly is. You know, a lot of people think that autism is fucking, Rain Man and whatnot. And there is that portion of people who are autistic in that manner, but that's not the sole thing, that's not the all encompassing of autism. So more awareness is very important, to help break that social stigma.
Exactly. And as much help as we can give you, um, we'll absolutely do that. Uh, announcement. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Before I go back to you for what's coming up on your channel, Mr. Sensible is in the chat, and he says the announcement premiere is up. So for those who don't watch
Ooh.
Mr. Sensible, you should. But he
Oh, yeah.
has a really, really cool experiment coming up, and he's going to be announcing it very soon. So the premiere
Mm.
is up. I will definitely have to check that out, because that's something that's, oh, I can't wait. He's dropped the link for 9 o'clock tonight. So I know you'll be on we'll be on the poker, but I might have to dip off the poker just to see that, because I'm excited about that. Definitely.
That's the 31st, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, it's later in the 31st. Okay, yeah. 31st. Not tonight. Tonight is the 26th. I can't do dates. Um Johnny, what have you got coming up on your channel?
Well, so on the plot hole, the podcast, which is on rockmetaltalk.com, Friday the 31st, we're going to have PhD Tony. I'm going to do the best that I can to stump him, which I don't like my odds in this one because the guy is brilliant.
That's gonna be
Outside
fun.
of outside of that, I've got a couple of follow-up videos to some of the other things that I've done. I won't mention which ones because Crafty's still pretty salty about it. Um,
I'm not
I-
salty, it wasn't me.
like I
Go on.
said, would you like some pepper with that salt?
I'm going to
Uh,
interrupt you, Johnny, because you may also hear me in the background, just being an ass on the plot hole as well.
Oh yeah, Prime Red generally jumps in and he adds his bits and bowels and whatnot. Oh, really quick, we're part of the Plot Hole podcast. We have Keith, who is an executive chef. We are working, and we're in the very early stages of doing this stuff. But we're working on a 15 show series on. It's going to be a cooking show. It's going to be grilling outdoors. We're going to film all the episodes. And then we're going to run that as this is how he's going to teach you how to grill some of the dishes that he's kind of famous for. So look forward to
Cool.
that. Like I said, we're in the very early stages of just planning that out. So it probably won't be anytime soon, but I look forward to that one because I think he's an amazing chef. He's an award-winning chef. So I
That's gonna
kind
be
of,
cool.
yeah, it kind of really hurts my feelings that he's not doing more with that. So getting him in to do this is like a personal point of pride for me. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
what we got coming up.
I also want to poke people because you helped JL Truth, JL Warren, whichever one you wanted, because I know the channel is JL Truth, but JL Warren has the Week in Horror,
Yes.
which you kind of help out with as well.
Yeah,
I
so
fucking
I'm
love
actually going to be guest hosting the next episode. No, I don't think it's the one that's going to drop. It's not the one that comes out today. I think it might be next week. I'll be guest hosting with JL Truth and Adam. I can't remember. Fuck, it's bad. I'm terrible.
that.
a lot of sleepless nights. Anyway, Eugene had to step out for he had a bit of an emergency, so I'm going to step in and guest host with that. If you like horror films the way that JL Truth and I like horror films, it's an excellent podcast. You get little bits about history. You get all kinds of information about the films we discuss. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
And if you don't know who JL Truth is, he's got voluminous knowledge about many subjects, so you can learn
Yes.
so much.
He is
Absolutely.
brilliant. He is brilliant. So yeah, you should go check him out and go check out the plot hole, even though anyway, Mr. Sensible, yeah, he has the reveal on Friday, just to make sure people know about that in 20 minutes. Elia and Punchy and others are going sit down with the Bunkies, isn't that the name of the channel? They're going live with the Equality. And Eric Hare is in the chat. Next time, mate, you better be on here. I'll send you the link on Discord if you message me. You should still chill out Cheesemondo's tonight at 10:15. Yeah, Cheesemondo has a video coming out as well. You should definitely check that out. There's so much coming out of this community. It's just great to watch. It's great to be a part of. So I'll be on the poker later, hopefully. If the farm doesn't fall down around me, I will definitely be on the poker, and I'll be in the chat for the Uncalled For, of course. And I'm telling you now, be there for Pain of Progress. And if you have to catch up with Pain of Progress, do. Other than that,
Oh yeah, real quick. I'm sorry. I'll also be on the Shills next week on the 1st of August. That'll be fun.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
Glover
the
Mom
1st of
is
August. And what do you particularly not like? Just on an unrelated subject, what kind of videos don't you like? What ones drive you absolutely insane?
Well, I'm more of a point and laugh person, so it's what do I kind of gravitate towards people just saying stupid shit, so I can point and make fun of them. Really, the Karen videos, I'm working on some of those. Anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers, anything that's basic, just sheer stupidity that I get to point and laugh at is kind of where I gravitate towards.
Fantastic. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to annoy you, but I might be able to amuse you. Fair play.
I've just noticed, just as we're finishing up here, Jumpmonk just came back in. Dude, is your audio working?
Does it sound like it's fucking working?
No,
It
I
does.
can't hear you.
Yay! At last, yeah. Well, you're wrapping up now.
Well,
Oh, but at least I could pop in and say hello. But I just want to ask the. Sorry, darling, go on.
go ahead.
No?
No.
Okay, I wanted to ask the plot hole. You're talking about someone called JL Truth. Is that like JM Truth's like opposite brother who doesn't talk bullshit and isn't a lying, cheating scumbag?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You didn't ask me, but I will say yes. JL
Oh, right,
Truth
right,
is-
sorry.
Someone has echo. But
someone has echo.
Jumpmonk.
Yes, darling. Yes, darling.
Give us a rant. What's been going
Oh,
on?
you want to rant? Oh, you want to put me on the spot and just make me fucking rant? I mean, what the fuck? How the fuck can I just rant about nothing? I don't know what the fuck you've been talking about. I don't know where you've come from. All I know is I heard JL Truth, and I thought, that can't be JM Truth, because JM Truth, let's face it, is probably the biggest lying, cheating scumbag, other than fucking Oakley himself. I mean, you know I don't like Oakley. I keep picking on that prick.
He deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one day I'll catch up with him in the street, and then I'll shit on his face. Yes. You had a good stream, guys. Sorry. Do you know, when I first tried to jump in, I couldn't I couldn't speak. You know, I was talking away, and then nothing was happening. And now I've got back, and I've missed the fucking.
Well, I have a question for you,
so
Jumpmonk.
gutted, but you all had fun, guys.
When are you going to live stream on your channel, like Taddy has to?
When are you gonna live stream on your channel? Like
Oh, fucking hell, Kilo! I wish you'd stop saying things twice, or is that an echo?
That's an echo from you,
when am I
man.
going to live stream on my channel? When am I going to live stream on my channel? Well, darling, I don't often live stream on my channel. Well, darling, I don't often live stream on my channel. But, you know, for a special occasion, I mean, maybe my birthday, you know, but for a special occasion, maybe my birthday, I'll give you a fucking mental stream. I'll give you a fucking mental stream. There you go. I said everything twice.
I think it's actually coming from Taddy. I don't know.
No, it's coming from you too. No, it could be my end. You know, I've got all sorts of funky shit going on. I mean, let's face it, I am a monkey. I mean, you know, I think I did pretty fucking well for a monkey that is using all this technology that you dumbass humans fucking create. And I'm pissed up as well.
Really, I never would have been able to tell that. That's amazing.
No, yeah.
Seem pretty
yeah, 'cause,
level-headed
you
to
know,
me.
Well, you know,
Well,
I'm level-headed because, like, you know, you lot, when you get pissed up, you fall over and do stupid things. I get pissed up and just have a go at idiots.
that's
So-
half fun.
No, I've never been so
Yeah.
mad I've just fallen over. That's never happened to me.
No,
Yes,
I've seen it though. I've seen people fall
Mom
over.
is reminding me, Glover Mom is reminding me that the uncalled for tonight has PhD Tony at 7:30 p.m. EST on the iNetwork. Barman Poker is tonight 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. EST on the iNetwork, which is what,
No, 3
9:30?
p.m. 8
Yeah, it's
o'clock our
3 p.m.
time.
It's 8 o'clock.
8
Okay.
o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12, no, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific.
So, in the next few days, I am hoping to go live again with some more updates, and we'll get those two goats named, and I'll have some pictures and maybe videos. Other than that, you guys in the chat are freaking awesome. Thank you for coming along. I know it's been a while. Yes, I've been on the iNetwork, but there's been issues as well, obviously with my health, and I'm back fighting fit. So watch out for the new challenging conspiracies, and I might be doing one or two other videos. I don't know. I'll see how much time I have. I will be doing something with Where's Wally very soon. So look out for that on his channel. That's going to be fun. Can't reveal anything right now, but that's going to be fun. So other than
Can I
that,
just- Good.
has anyone got anything else to say before we cut the stream?
Well, I just started, so I'd like to just say hello to Brainless Steel, NL, The Snark, Ugly German Troops, Mr. Sensible, love you, pal, glad you're okay, Clive Wells, Ray Rude Ass Yankee, what a fucking banging name that is, Peter Quinn, The Plot Hole, which is sat right next to me, be careful, mate, I'm about to fart, Faith Gallen, Eric Hare, Glober Mom, of course, I love you, Jim's Mind, where's Jim then? Fuck knows. Jim's mind's hanging around, but Jim's fucked off. That's weird, isn't it? And yeah, that's it. King Crew. Oh, hi, King Crew. Love you too, bro. And yeah, man. Oh, we got some more. Yeah, no, that's it. Morton Nielsen, Ranty Strone, all these people that follow us and watch us. You all fucking rock.
Yeah, and Ray, Rude Ass Yankee is there. Hi, Ray. It's great to have you here. So yeah, we're going to cut the stream. Some of us might be in the sit down with the Debunkies equality stream. Well, in the chat anyway. I might tap on a few buttons. And speaking of tapping on a few buttons, Taddy, take us out.
Yeah,
So long.
catch you on the fucking flip side, people. Sorry I was late, but at least you got to hear me fucking talk bollocks. Yeah.